Manipulating guilt or fear is a toxic parenting tactic that can have devastating effects on a child's emotional and psychological well-being. This method involves using guilt to control a child's actions or instilling fear to enforce compliance. While it may yield short-term obedience, the long-term damage to the parent-child relationship and the child's self-esteem is profound. How guilt manipulation works. Parents who manipulate guilt often frame their actions or words to make the child feel responsible for the parent's emotions or well-being. For example, "After everything I've done for you, this is how you repay me. You don't care about this family if you don't do what I ask. Do you want me to be upset forever?" These statements shift the emotional burden onto the child, making them feel as though their worth is tied to how well they can please their parent or prevent conflict. The weaponization of fear. Fear-based manipulation involves threatening consequences, either real or exaggerated, to elicit obedience or submission. Examples include, "If you don't behave, I'll leave you here. Do you want me to get angry? You know what happens when I do. If you don't get good grades, you'll end up a failure in life." This approach not only instills anxiety, but also teaches the child to associate love and acceptance with constant vigilance and compliance. The long-term impact. 1. Low self-esteem. Children subjected to guilt and fear manipulation often internalize the idea that they are inherently flawed or responsible for others' emotions. 2. Trust issues. These tactics can erode trust in parental relationships and others as children learn to expect manipulation instead of genuine care. 3. Perfectionism or people-pleasing. To avoid guilt or punishment, children may develop perfectionist tendencies or an overwhelming need to please others, often at the expense of their own well-being. 4. Anxiety and fearfulness. Fear-based parenting can result in chronic anxiety and difficulty handling conflict as adults. Why parents resort to these tactics? Parents who manipulate guilt or fear often do so because they were raised in similar environments or lack healthier parenting strategies. These behaviors may stem from unresolved issues, insecurity, or a misguided belief that fear and guilt are effective tools for discipline. Breaking the cycle. To move away from manipulative parenting, it's essential to adopt healthier communication methods. Empathy and understanding. Validate a child's feelings instead of dismissing them. Set clear boundaries without threats. Use firm yet compassionate guidance rather than fear to enforce rules. Own your emotions. Avoid blaming children for your feelings. Instead, express your emotions in a constructive way. Encourage open communication. Foster a relationship where children feel safe expressing themselves without fear of guilt or retaliation. Parenting through love, respect, and understanding builds a foundation for a stronger, healthier relationship. While manipulation might provide immediate compliance, its cost to a child's mental and emotional well-being is far too great. Conclusion. Manipulating guilt or fear is a form of emotional abuse that leaves lasting scars. Children deserve to grow up in environments where they feel valued, safe, and understood, not burdened by guilt or paralyzed by fear. By reflecting on our own behavior and making conscious efforts to break toxic cycles, we can create healthier, more supportive spaces for the next generation.